Hello everybody, so welcome to the channel again. Today we're going to have a look at exploring and developing ideas as part of AQA GCSE Design and Technology Theory, specifically product design. So in this section we're going to have a look at design iteration, modelling and drawing, and toiles and breadboards. Okay, so this is topic 8. So if we start on our ways to explore our ideas, okay, there's a number of ways, and we've given you 4 here. So sketching, modelling, toiles, and breadboarding. Now, if we look at the first one, sketching, we have got the reason that we use sketching and some of the benefits as to why we use sketching in order to develop our ideas is it's freehand, we can do it digitally, it's very, very quick, and we can provide annotation. So it's a really great way to get lots and lots of information down on paper really quickly to explore those ideas before you go on to develop them. Additionally, modelling. Now, we all know that modelling can be a really great way to develop those and explore those ideas. We can do this in card. Some of the benefits to modelling is that we can check the function of a particular idea or a product during its development. We can also use it to identify problems that are occurring whilst we're developing those ideas. Again, this is a really quick and cost-effective way of exploring our ideas. Toiles is another way that we could explore our ideas. I'll just move that out of the way for you so you can see. So toiles are textile patterns. They can be very, very cheap to make, because we often make them out of newspaper, greaseproof paper. Any type of flexible material tends to be quite thin because it's easier to cut. And again, this helps us not only to identify problems, but also to identify changes that we might need to make to a particular idea or a particular product. And lastly, on the conversely, we've got breadboarding. So when we're creating digital and electronic products, we may need to develop and explore those ideas in a cost-effective, non-permanent way. And we can do that by creating electronic circuits. So the benefits to that is there's no soldering, but they do contain real components. So you get a real idea of how that product might actually work whilst you're developing those ideas. So let's move on now, and we can have a look at a little task that's a really great little task for you to do if you're at home. So let's use a small square cube shape like this, and you can draw that quite easily using your drawing skills. So you can copy the shape, and using drawing only, make amendments to this shape in order to turn it into a functional chair. Okay? Use your annotation to explore how you can develop your ideas. So this is a good way to evidence your ability to develop and explore ideas through sketching. So have a go with that and see how you get on, and you'll realise how quick and easy that is to do, and how much information and visual information you can get down on paper in a very short space of time. So if we look a little bit more closely then at toiles and breadboarding, because I think those are the most complicated and less common ways that you might be used to exploring and developing ideas. So toiles, as the little animation suggests there, they're used in the textile and fashion industry. They are used to check the effectiveness of patterns for garments. Okay, just like we would make maybe a card model if we were making a 3-dimensional product or prototyping, this is what they do for fashion and textile industry. So it means that they can, once made, they can become easily evaluated. So once you've made the pattern, we can look around, we can check its fitting, and we can find out if it's going to do the job that we intended it to do. So It can also be used to make changes and to make adjustments. Quite common that you see people create a toile and they will repin and maybe do some light tacking stitching to make those amendments. And obviously, once you've got your garment in your toile fabric or material such as paper or newspaper, you can test that version of clothing. It's good enough to apply to a human form or a human body to test that actually you have manufactured that or explored that ideas in the correct way. So your key words there when answering things like this in an exam question is applying where a toile might be used. So in this case, in the textile and fashion industry. Your benefits are that it's easily evaluated and you can test the version of the clothing. Secondly, breadboarding. Okay, so breadboarding can be used to can be modeled. Electronic circuits, my apologies, can be used to model to be modeled by breadboarding. Okay, so in the same way that you would create a toile to test and evaluate a garment, if we were testing and evaluating a electronic circuit, we would use breadboarding in order to do that. Now, the benefit here is that there's no soldering. Okay, so it's non-permanent and they can be tested very quickly. Also, you can make changes. Again, they use real life components. So when testing, it's really important that we get the test as close to the end product as possible. And this allows you to find out actually if these things really work. So once you've played around with breadboarding, this can be made more accurate than CAD models because you've got the physical product in front of you. Okay, obviously it's only temporary, so that is a benefit in terms of you can make those changes really quickly, but it's slightly negative in the sense that once you've got your prototype, as it were, and you've breadboarded successfully, then obviously you would need to go and make the permanent industry ready product using CAD or CAM. Okay, so just to recap there, if you were answering this in an exam question, your key points are that electronic circuits can be modeled by breadboarding. That's what you would use breadboarding for. It uses real life components and it's only temporary. Okay, so if we go ahead and we look at a exam question for you that may come up, we've got a question here. Explain why designers create models of their designs before final manufacture. And this is a 3-mark question taken from a past AQA exam paper. And if we were going to answer this question, I've modeled an answer for you. So have a look at this answer and we'll go through and see the key points that we've come to in this answer. So model making is a cost-effective, quick way for designers to test a design's function in 3D. Making models ensures that problems can be identified before the design is manufactured using more expensive materials. And you'll notice there that I've put some key words in red because these are the words and phrases that are going to pick you up those marks. So why do designers create models? They create them to test a design's function in 3D. Okay. Once they've done that, it ensures that problems can be identified. These points are the same for each type, each way of exploring and developing ideas, whether it be sketching, modeling, toiles, or breadboarding. Okay, the principles are the same. And obviously, before the design is manufactured, using more expensive materials. So all exploring and developing ideas should be done as cost effectively as possible. So I hope that short video goes some way to explain the different ways that we can explore and develop our ideas. I would really recommend having a go at the little drawing task that I've done, because once you've done that drawing task, why not then have a go at developing that as a 3D model out of paper or card? Until next time, I hope you found this useful. Feel free to check the other videos out, and let me know in the comments section if you would like to see any more videos on any other specific topics. But speak soon, keep safe, and ta-ra for now.